Welcome. It's lovely to have you here. I'll just give it a few more minutes to see if anyone else pops on. Sorry, I'm just trying to Eventbrite has wanted some stuff from me to verify who I am. So I was just trying to sort that out before I can just check something. Okay, welcome. Okay, I'll just give it a few more minutes before I get started. Okay, welcome, beautiful goddesses and queens. So I'm really happy to have you with me here today. Sorry. And I'll just let you know that today's healing is going to be on manifesting the wrong experiences. And this is very relevant to me right now. So I don't know if well, I don't think many people talk about this, right? So we talk about taking responsibility, because I believe that you create everything in your life, even though maybe you've created something really shit and you're like, but I didn't want this. I didn't deserve this. And you don't deserve it, right? Because you are perfect, whole and complete. You're a queen just as you are. But there is some belief, there is some programming, there is some there is something in your consciousness which is aligning to lack, and therefore that's why you're creating the experience, especially if it's a repeating pattern. So if you keep creating the same shitty experience and you're like, but I didn't want this, I didn't mean to create it, then you have to take responsibility for that, because you are creating your experience. That's just the way the world works. I'm very thirsty, so I'm going to be drinking a lot today, but you should anyway, because water is good hydration, especially with energy work. So anyway, that's what we're going to be focusing on today, is manifesting the wrong experiences, because nothing actually is right or wrong. Nothing is good or bad. It just is. That is the way it is. And if you delve into the realms of angels, the divine, goddesses, then it is just is. There's only us that attach human emotion to something, that decide whether, or judgment, judgment where we decide it's good or bad. It actually just is. It's just an experience. And actually, at the end of the day, if you bring it all back, it's actually just a thought. It is actually just a thought, and you projecting your thoughts onto the world outside, which creates your reality. Okay, so I just wanted to do a little bit of explanation. I've actually been quite unwell. So this is kind of our first bit back into like showing up again. So what I manifested for myself, because I am an amazing manifester, and my body is an amazing manifesting thing. So I manifested for myself a collection, that's what the doctor called it, a collection of infection on my right ovary and my right fallopian tube that had also spread into my womb. So with ovaries, and even if you've had a hysterectomy, okay, the energetic imprint of your womb, ovaries, is still there, right? It never goes away, because we are actually just energy and energy imprints, right? So even when I work with clients that have had hysterectomies, I can still see their womb and everything, because I still see the resonance of the energetic imprint. So anyway, ovaries, source of creation, womb, source of creation. And I don't just mean babies, I mean birthing, businesses, projects, creating whatever it is, the experiences that you want. So the right side is the masculine. And this isn't the first time, not the infection is the first time. I was very ill and I had to go to hospital, but it's not the first time I've had issues with being born a woman in this lifetime. Like, because I have been everything in all lifetimes. And then in particular, there's another hidden resentment as well, that my husband, because we've had many lifetimes together, that he got to be the man and I had to be the woman in this lifetime. And if you want to put it into like energy terms, I have very strong yang energy, and my husband has very strong yin energy. So yeah, and it's like this frustration I feel sometimes by being a woman. Like I'll go to do something, or I'll be like, oh, I'll just do that, and then I'll be like, oh no, that's going to be more challenging in this lifetime because I'm a woman in this lifetime. And don't get me wrong, I love my body. I love being a woman in this lifetime. Well, I've had to work on that, but like, it's more about the injustices that we experience, like from society. Oh, sorry, it's my keys. Society or programming or things like that. So what I manifested, because I'm an amazing manifester, is I manifested a very nasty infection in my beautiful body, in my ovaries, source of creation as a woman, and then also on the right side, so like fighting against being a woman in this lifetime. So along with very strong medication and painkillers and antibiotics and all those wonderful things of modern medicine to help me, I also had to work on my mindset, right? Because I believe that I created this infection. Oh, and let me share as well. Infection is anger and frustration, and resentment can be resentment. And pain, I was in agony, so much pain. Pain is actually guilt as well. And so guilt can be a chaser, right? Because if you feel angry about something, if you're angry about a situation, so let's take example of me, I'm angry that there's things that are more challenging because of I'm a woman, and I'm angry that I was a woman in this lifetime, because it would have been easier if I was a man. And so that anger, then that's creating dis-ease in my body, the infection, and then the guilt that follows that is like I'm angry, and then oh no, I don't want to be angry, like, oh, I don't want to have this infection, oh, like I'm such a bad person, I created this, all that blame, and that then guilt chaser then causes the pain as well. So what I'm trying to say is like working on your consciousness at the same time. So I had affirmations of like, what were my affirmations? I had affirmations of like, I lovingly accept being a woman in this lifetime. I lovingly accept my body. I'm so grateful for my amazing body. I release all guilt from my consciousness and from my right ovary and my right hip and my womb. I release, like, I was just repeating these mantras in between throwing up because the antibiotics are so strong. So yeah, like just keeping going. And there were points where it was like, oh, this is horrendous. But you know you're going to get through it, right? So it doesn't matter what it is, the situation. And it might not even be as drastic as that. It could be that your financial situation isn't what you want it to be at the moment. Like it's not dire, you know, but at the same time, it's not great. Or maybe it's your love life, or maybe it is your health, like me. But I think what we don't talk about, we do talk about taking responsibility, or I see on the internet people talking about taking responsibility for what you've created, the experiences you've created, but not about how do you unravel that if you're creating, especially if you keep creating the same experiences. This is nothing new for me about being angry about being a woman in this lifetime. I've had it about twice before, and I've had to work on it again. So it's just come up at this time, but more prevalent. So is there a repeating pattern where you keep manifesting? And all that is, right, is a lack of love. That's it. There's a belief somewhere in your consciousness. There's some programming that you've picked up, maybe from a family member or society or whatever it might be culturally. And there is no blame here, because if we go back to the realms of the divine and the angel, it just is, right? It just is. You're not to blame. No one else is to blame. It just is. You've just picked up this belief or this programming, and what we've got to do is thank it, because at some point it might have protected us from something, and then let it go. let it go, because it's not aligned to love. And your natural goddess, queen state, who you truly are at your essence, is love, pure love. That's it. End of story, right? And what happens is when we create dis-ease in our life, like in our finances, in our health, in our relationships, it's just we have swerved away from love. We're aligning with fear, usually. That's it. Two choices, love, fear. End of. Okay, so I'm very thirsty because of stuff. So I'm gonna keep drinking. And if you have water, I would advise you to drink as well. Okay, so there's a bit of an introduction about me, but if you don't know me, hi, welcome, I'm Lucy. And I help you to straighten your crown, claim your throne, and activate your BQE, Big Queen energy, and become the reigning sovereign of your life. So you can create everything that you want because you deserve it, because you desire it. It's yours to have. It's just about shifting some things in your consciousness to make it happen. Right, this is a safe space where we come together to heal without judgment. There is no judgment here, ever. Like I said, divine angels, it's like just is. And also, if you are feeling exhausted, if you are feeling tired, if you just need a break, then you are welcome to just nourish your cup up. There are no guidelines here. If you just want to lay there and feel the good vibes from me, you can do that, okay? Because I have got quite a bit of energy this evening. And although I'm recording this, you're only going to see my face. And yeah, so that's it. Oh, and I do ask you to take responsibility for your own healing. So if things do get a little uncomfortable, which they might, because I like to go deep, then I would just tap on your collarbone, because we work on meridian lines, right? And this meridian line, this one on your collarbone, is all about fear, which is contraction in your chest, which your lungs are a sign of expansion, right? So if you're in fear, you're stopping yourself from expanding, which kind of makes sense. So just tap on here and breathe. That's it. Stay in the room and breathe. You got this. You've really got this. And if you allow those uncomfortable feelings to come up, again, they're just thoughts, allow them to come up and acknowledge them, then you can release them, and then you clear out your system emotionally, energetically, and physically, and your consciousness, to call in the good stuff, the stuff that you actually want. Okay, yeah, that's it. Right, so we're going to get straight into it. I feel like I've told everything, shared everything that I want to share. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, the other thing I was going to say is I had a lot of frustration as well, because I was supposed to go to Brighton for like work stuff. I was supposed to go to events and stuff like that, and I couldn't because I was ill. So there was like another layer of frustration adding to this creation, this horrible cauldron of creation that I was doing. Okay, so I'm just going to move that down there. Oh, yes. And so I've got a beautiful goddess that we're going to work with today, who I haven't worked with before. So this goddess is called Spider Woman. I love her. And she's from, the origins is from Southwestern Native American. And I'll just read you the little bit. It's especially sacred to Southwestern Native American tribes, such as the Hopi and Navajo. Spider Woman is a creation goddess who spun a web that created the directions north, south, west, and east. As she wove her web, she created all living things on earth, including the mountains, waters, and deserts, thus connecting the different regions. In this new world, she had two daughters who made the sun, moon, and stars to light the way. Spider Woman also created all people on earth by molding them out of different colored clays. While she is called Spider Woman, her real name is uttered only during sacred ceremonies. Also known as Spider Grandmother, is additionally thought goddess, and anything she visualizes comes into creation. She holds the threads that connect the mortal world with the divine. So At the end of our healing and tapping, we will do a meditation with the Spider Woman goddess, and we will ask her to help us delete, like uncreate any templates or conditioning which is causing us to create manifestations that we don't want. Okay, so if you've not tapped with me before, the first part is a healing where we tap on different parts of the body. It's called Emotional Freedom Technique, or EFT for short. And basically the different parts we tap on are different meridian points within the energy system and the energetic body and the physical body. And so this is basically acupuncture without the needles. And also we repeat affirmations, or we just acknowledge what's going on for us. And I do really encourage you to tap along with me, and also if you can speak out loud, because we've had lifetimes and generations of not being able to speak and share our voices, so it helps. That's actually very healing in itself. Okay, some more water. Okay, so just gonna get into it then. Right, let me just okay, we're going to start on the side. Yeah, we're going to start on the side of the hand here. Okay, and just repeat after me. Even though I keep creating, what do you keep manifesting that sucks? Insert it here. I keep creating in my life. And in all honesty, it absolutely sucks. And I'm told this, I create my reality, but I really sure as hell didn't want to create this. It doesn't feel good. It certainly doesn't bring me joy. And I know it's not actually meant for me. If I search in my heart, I know that I am worthy and deserving of good things. Scrap that. Amazing, miraculous things. But somehow, this resistance, these beliefs, this conditioning or programming, this script that seems to be running in the background of my consciousness, creating all this, whatever it is, drama, lack, suckiness, insert here, seems to be running the show. And if I'm really honest with myself, I am so over this. I am so over manifesting this experience of, because I know it's not me. And I know deep in my heart, it's not what I want. It's not an experience I want for my amazing, fabulous, perfect, whole and complete, just as I am right now, Queen Self. But do you know what? I'm going to choose to love and accept myself just as I am right now. I'm going to do it. I'm going to lovingly accept myself just as I am right now, creating this thing that sucks. Okay, take a deep breath in. That's what we call a setup statement. That's kind of like getting in the vibe, right? Now we do the big whack. Okay, starting on the top of the head. I'm actually really annoyed with myself. And I'm low key. Maybe not even low key. Frustrated with myself. This sucks. And yes, I am hanging out in victim. Yes, I know I'm not being the best version of myself. I am not being that badass queen that Lucy talks about. I'm actually giving my power away to this miscreation. Maybe I'm blaming everyone else. Because that feels easier right now. Maybe I'm just so exhausted I don't really even care anymore. I'm so over trying to fix this. I'm so over trying to think what I've done wrong to keep creating this experience of. And to be honest, I'm just getting annoyed with myself. I'm getting angry and frustrated with myself. Because I know I don't want to create this. I don't want to manifest this. But at the same time, I'm not quite sure how to stop doing it. Because this pattern or this repeating belief might be buried so deep in my consciousness that I haven't been able to address it before. Or maybe I've not even wanted to look at it. Maybe I've not wanted to address it before. Because maybe it's just a bit painful. Oh, that struck a chord with me. If your eyes water or you burp or that just means energy's moving. It's all good. Because actually, if I look at this, I can be so mean to myself. Oh, my eyes are watering. I can be my own worst critic. So, taking responsibility and admitting and acknowledging that I created this problem, this challenge, this sucky situation, just feels like another thing to beat myself up about. Another thing I've got wrong. Another thing I can't get right. Oh, all these victim thoughts. All these disempowering thoughts about myself and this thing that I'm creating. I choose to acknowledge them all. I choose to bring them all up to the surface. I'm not going to have them bubbling away underneath. I'm going to put my big girl pants on and I'm going to take a look at them. Because I am brave and courageous. And I choose, standing in my power, to change this situation around. So I acknowledge all these victim thoughts. I acknowledge all these feelings of powerlessness. And I choose to raise up, bring to the surface the belief or the programming or the template that I am powerless in the situation of creating. I'm bringing it up to the surface now. These feelings and thoughts of powerlessness, of miscreation, of guilt, of shame. And I choose to release them. I choose to release all thoughts, feelings, programming, beliefs of powerlessness and disempowerment around, insert the challenge, now, on all my levels of consciousness. I'm getting some beautiful imagery. My brilliant, smart mind, my nervous system, my heart, my energetic body, my emotional body, my beautiful physical body, my ovaries, my womb, and on a cellular level too, and across all time and space, dimensions, realities, and realms. I am so open to shifting the power. I am so open to reclaiming my power of creation in the situation of, I acknowledge that I may have created ever in the past, but the point of power is the now. And right now, in this moment, I choose to empower myself with the belief, the programming, new template that I can create miracles, that I am worthy and deserving of miracles in situation, experience. I'm going to shift this. I'm going to delete, remove, release any old programming, any past experiences that say otherwise, any coding from my DNA around disempowerment when it comes to, I'm choosing to clear out now, let it go, shoop, left my system, no longer in my system. I'm choosing to elevate my consciousness to the realms of the divine, to the realms of angels and miracles, returning to where my consciousness belongs, aligned to love. And I know when I create from a place of love, that is when the miracles happen. That is when I activate my big queen energy. That is when the miracles come forth in pouring into my life. It's a shift in my consciousness, a shift in my awareness. And then my mind follows, my energy follows, and my physical body follows. So I'm choosing to elevate my consciousness around to that of love and miracles. I'm giving myself permission to receive. Feel that just in your system. Allow yourself to receive. I'm giving myself permission to receive those miracles. When it comes to whatever it is, I'm choosing to live in the present and the moment now and make different choices. I'm choosing to powerfully break that pattern of which may have gone before me for many generations. I am choosing to break that now because I deeply and completely love, honor, value, respect, and appreciate myself. I'm choosing to forgive myself. I'm choosing to forgive myself for all past miscreations. And I'm choosing to forgive myself for searching outside of myself for the answers. I'm choosing to forgive myself anytime I've blamed everyone else or circumstances instead of taking responsibility. Maybe I wasn't ready, but I am now. I am shifting timelines. I am creating new experiences for myself when it comes to. I am dissolving all my old patterns, beliefs, constructs in my consciousness, in my body, on my cellular level, in my DNA, which are no longer serving me and are not of my highest good, aligned to love when it comes to that here. Because I am so worthy and deserving of recognizing and remembering that I am perfect, whole, and complete, just as I am. Born of love, from love, for love. And I am the queen of my life who can manifest or create anything she desires. And so it is. Okay, take a deep breath in. Oh, and then hold it, and then just squeeze your pelvic area in and allow the breath to come all the way up through your heart chakra, just nourishing your body, and then let it go. Woo! And then drink some water and close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Like a really nourishing breath, like from the Spider Woman herself, the creator of the worlds, the connection between the divine and the human plane, earth. Breathe in. Regulate your nervous system. Breathe in that peace, that love, that deservability, that valuing yourself. I can feel your frequencies rising. I can feel it. That's beautiful. Allow your frequency to rise. You are an energetic being. That is your innocent spirit. So allow it to rise. Allow yourself to play in the frequencies of miracle making territories, in the frequencies of love, of bliss, of joy. There we go. Expand your energy. Beautiful. And then I would love for you to imagine that you are floating wherever you choose. It could be in the cosmos somewhere, it could be in planet Earth somewhere, anywhere where you feel serene, you feel at peace, you feel open to the infinite possibilities available to you. And as you're floating, you feel anything which is no longer serving you, patterns, conditioning, templates, beliefs, constructs, they are falling away. And you recognize that your essence, your true essence, your love of who your soul is coming forth. And the parts of your consciousness that you may have picked up, your ego mind, beautiful ego mind, these beliefs, these things, the human stuff that you've picked up in your consciousness is falling away. And you see it just falling. Like you see these energies, and they're not, you can give them a color if they want, but they're just, you just observe them. Doesn't mean anything. They just fall away. And as these things which you no longer need and are not no longer serving you, or where you want to go, or what it is you desire to create, as these fall away from your consciousness and your body and your spine, what you notice is you feel lighter. You feel that you flow more. You feel that you're moving more. And as you do this, this beautiful Native American woman appears before you. And oh my gosh, you see the wisdom in her eyes, and you see the kindness, and you see the compassion, and you see the source of creation. Like you feel that power surge as she looks at you with these kind, wise, loving eyes. Not only do you feel nourished, but at the same time, you feel a surge of power flow through your beautiful physical body as well as your energetic body. It's like you've been plugged in. And at that, it's almost like your consciousness lights up. It comes online. It comes online and it becomes alive. And they say that it's the root chakra that's the birth of consciousness, which is just at your perineum, at the bottom of your tailbone. The root chakra is a beautiful ruby red lotus flower. So as your consciousness lights up, you notice that the ruby red lotus flower at the bottom of your spine opens beautifully. It blossoms in its own time and in its own way, your unique way. And at that, you feel this safety flow through your body. You feel your muscles relax. You feel your tendons relax. You let go because you are safe. And it is only when we feel safe that the divine feminine can blossom. And you can be your own safety. And in this moment, you are. And all we have is the present moment. And at that, the beautiful spider woman, she gives you a beautiful gift of a lovely spider web. And you see this beautiful silver glistening spider web. And you see the connections of everything. The connections of the cosmos with planet Earth, the connections of galactic beings with angels, with humans, to blades of grass, to animals, to the rivers, to the mountains, to the stars, to other planets. And then you see this beautiful web of your wonderful life, your experiences, and they are just our experiences. You just observe. And maybe you see some of the lessons. Maybe you see some of the patterns. And we ask the beautiful spider woman, please show me my miscreations and how to heal them in my consciousness. How do I shift my consciousness to love? Especially if my thoughts have been ones of lack in this area for a long time. And she whispers and she lets you know that even if you have been lacking in these thoughts for a long time or been miscreating for a long time, you can change in a second because of the power of now. That is where your power of creation lies. And at that, she shows you a beautiful visualization in the web, this beautiful web of hers, of different timelines. timelines where you have created what it is you desire in your heart. And she shows you lovingly, and you know that these creations are born out of love for you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the desire for them. And in this moment, you also celebrate and feel gratitude for the contrast. Because without the contrast, you may not have given birth to this desire of what it is that your heart truly would love to create. And also with the contrast, when you manifest, create your desire as the powerful queen you are, it's going to taste all the sweeter. Like a queen bee tasting the nectar, the honey. You've got this. You are the reigning sovereign of your life. And with that, the beautiful Spider Woman, she comes in and you see all the lines of wisdom on her face and in her eyes. And there's so much knowledge there. The knowledge of the whole entire universe and this beautiful goddess. And she comes and she embraces you. And she whispers something in your ear just for you. No one else, just for you. And at that, she smiles, giving you a cheeky smile because she recognizes the power that lays within you, which perhaps needs activating. And only you have the key, and you make the choice to do that. And with that, she just disappears. She disappears, but you know that she is always with you in your heart, and you can call on her at any time you choose. And then you take a deep breath in and you come back into your beautiful body, keeping your eyes closed. Just notice whatever is supporting you, whether that's the sofa or a chair or the bed. Taking a deep breath in, but keeping your eyes closed. Letting it go and just noticing your beautiful human body, your physical body coming back into it. Might even feel lighter after the cleansing of the consciousness. And just that loving appreciation for your beautiful heart and all your organs and your muscles and your bones, just your beautiful physical body in this lifetime, this vessel that you've chosen. Just allow the gratitude to flow through you down into your beautiful feet. And then when you're ready, and only when you're ready, open your eyes and come back to me. And if you feel you are able to or would like to share, please share in the comments. I won't read out the names. But yeah, if you just want to feel called to share anything, then please do. But if you're still floating on a cloud or don't wish to share anything, then that's perfectly fine too. I want to thank you very much for those who've joined me live. It's been really beautiful and I've really felt your energy, which has been lovely. And for those of you on the recording, I hope that you feel some shifts as well. And yeah, let me know. You can always message me or email me. Okay, my lovelies. Well, wishing you a lovely rest of the day or evening or wherever you are in the world. And I shall hopefully see you next month. Take care. Bye for now.